Hi, Dr. Paul Haider here. You know, the world is changing right now. We are in a great time. You know, in Washington, D.C. at the moment, you know, lots of people are demonstrating that they want to see democracy come back. They want to see the people, be heard and not allow the big money to take over everything and not have the people have any power. And also in France, they have the all-night vigil going on. Up all night, it's called. And all the young people were there, the camping out in one particular large city. And they're letting the government know that the world needs to change and everything needs to be different. And they're all being peaceful. And even Jesus came into the temple and he started throwing the sellers out. You know, even the Dalai Lama talked about, we could learn from some of these other people to be more out there and talking about what's going on in the world. Do we just stand by and watch? Is that really helping? And we have something happen in front of us, maybe a person's being attacked, and we do nothing. Are we culpable for that act? For me, personally, I would have to rush up and stop whatever was going on. I might even get hurt in the process. But I could not live with myself otherwise. Yeah, I was at one of these big box stores the other day, back Friday, and I was walking out, pushing my cart, and all of a sudden I looked down and there's this big phone, a Samsung phone, and I picked it up and there's a guy just down the way, and I said, "Hey, is this your phone?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, I'm going to take it in and give it to the people and hopefully they'll find their owner." And he said, "Boy, you're great, because a lot of people would just, you know, hawk it and get $5 for it. And more power to you," he said. And I just smiled because I just thought, I have to love thy neighbor as thyself. And as this person lost their phone and that was me, how would I feel? And if I was being attacked and somebody else is attacking me and there was somebody watching there, how would I feel if somebody was just watching and do nothing? It's all great to be peaceful inside, but sometimes we have to take action. And that can be peaceful action, but at the same time, we can't allow people to hurt others. And we know where the world is headed. Everybody has that in our mind. We see the proliferation of arms, and we see the wars going on, but nobody wants to talk about it, and it seems like to be a taboo thing. Nobody, don't talk about that. But we know exactly where it's headed. And I know exactly where it's headed. If we allow ourselves to just stand back and say, no, I don't have anything to do with that. We have to allow ourselves to take action. Action is key. Truth is truth. If somebody's telling an untruth, do we just back off and say nothing? No, wish them love, and that's good to wish them love. At the same time, if it hurts somebody, is it also important to take action? And even Confucius, he got himself in a lot of trouble a lot of times because he would speak up and say what was truth. And but he was revered in the end. Now, also, Buddha would do the same. I think all the great masters would do the same. Even Daniel, when he was talking to Nebuchadnezzar, he said, "Don't ask me what you don't want to hear, but I will tell you the truth." So I think it's important that we all go into our own heart and make that decision. individually. Nobody can make that for us. But right now, things are changing. Great things are changing. And people see what's going on in the world, and they just have decided that, especially the young people, that now is the time. Now is where we're headed and where we're going, and I've got to do it now because soon we'll run out of time. And the young people see that, this is not the world I want to live in. And it doesn't mean, causing harm to anyone. It just means I'm going to take a stand and make a difference. And we see that with a lot of people who are doing great things in this life. We have over 250,000 great philanthropic groups that are doing great things. And whether we get up and talk in front of people and say that the world's got to change and we are the change, or we go out there and make a difference, or we spearhead a group that, is to change the world, like Up All Night, we all have our place and our part to play. We are all part of the one. I'm a great gardener, and we had this tree that was falling down in the back. We had to take it out. We didn't have a choice about that. Didn't want it to hurt the neighbor's house. So we had to take it out. And so it's interesting that the seeds just keep coming up and up and up, and thousands upon thousands of these seeds off this tree keep coming up. And it reminds me of consciousness. Even though the tree is gone, and it springs forth to life again. We can try to control media. We can try to control, what people say, but consciousness can't be controlled. And no matter what, things go forward. And little groups spring open here, little different groups spring up there, and we have a resounding change. Take monkeys, for instance. If one monkey learns how to use a rock to open a coconut, within 24 hours, all the monkeys in the world learn how to open a coconut with a rock. Is that amazing or something? I don't know what is amazing if that's not amazing. Wow. Consciousness. We are the great consciousness. We are the great expansion of the entangled minds. We are just one. And if we uplift our sense of being, we uplift our purpose, and we move forward to make a change, be it to be in the forefront of some group or to pledge to make a difference. Whatever we do is the right thing. But we all have to search our own heart as to what that is. And I ask you to please search your heart. Fear about this bodily being is fear is just the opposite of love. It's just the opposite of truth. We are beings of light. We are beings of peace. And our soul is eternal. It cannot be hurt in any way, shape, or form. What sad thing it would be if we never resounded to make a change in the world and just sat and allowed everything to happen around us. The time is now. The time is here. It is very important to get out and express our opinions, and no matter what that is. I may agree with it or not agree with it. It's not that important. But to express our opinion is important. And to find solidarity with peace and love and kindness is important. Great changes have happened in the world. And we can be the next catalyst for the next change. Because you, as it says in all the spiritual texts, are God within God. There's that God that lives in your heart. And when we allow ourselves to see that in all of mankind, we allow ourselves to know that we have the power. Even Jesus said, you can do all of this and more. And that's said in all the spiritual texts. Everything will change. You have the power. And you, and you, and you, and me, and everyone else. I love you.